it was about, it was a parable. It was talking about the disciples and Jesus when they were going through a cornfield, and they began to pick the corn, and the Pharisees, the legalistics of the day, they came and they were chastising them that, why are you doing this on the Sabbath? And they had this whole discourse and dialogue between the two of them. Jesus was saying, listen, do you not remember that you yourself aren't even worthy? You guys bake unleavened bread on the Sabbath, and you kill the sacrifice, you clean the sacrifice. They have a need. And it's my job and my responsibility to meet their need. And I met their need. I trump the synagogue. I trump the Sabbath. I'm Lord of your life. I'm Lord of everything that is you. I'm Lord of this day. Recognize who you're talking to. But in the course of that whole thing, what I realized is that the dialogue was between the Pharisees, or the religious leaders of the day. It was between the dignitaries, the officials of the church, and Jesus. The disciples never uttered a word. He literally started embodying his permanent position in our lives because he stepped in between the law and the people. He says, no, I'm grace. And because of me, they don't have to defend themselves to you. I'll do all the talking. My blood will speak through all of eternity. I have justified them. Even in their wrong, I know that they're wrong. I know that they make mistakes. I know that they're not perfect. I know that they do things that are not pleasing. But even in their wrong, my blood will speak on their behalf. And I will somebody should have shouted right there, because he didn't kill you for all the sinful acts that you committed, but he justified you. God bless me with this song. It simply speaks the life of that message. And I'm just excited to be able to share it with you.
I needed y'all to hear that. Good morning. Just in case somebody wanted to talk crazy to you about not going to church or something like that. You know, y'all, there's so much stuff in this room. Ooh, Jesus. Oh, Lord. It is full in here. I'm trying to tell y'all. Goodness gracious. Listen. Hold on. Gotta get some kind of order in here. Good morning, everybody. Good morning. Okay. Breathe a little bit. Goodness gracious. It's just stuff. Hey, everybody. Good morning. Well, I was up till 4 a.m. looking at my lesson. You was? The one about the Dead Sea Scrolls. Interesting. Isn't it interesting? Good morning, everybody. Good morning. You said y'all still here? Oh, hilarious. I wasn't going nowhere. Not yet. I wasn't going nowhere. Not yet. I got a while, I guess. You just had me doing math. I was viewing your live late last night, and here we go again in the morning. Yeah, because I got some sleep. I haven't been, I just been busy. Real busy. My phone been busy on the back end. We still here, Rika. Good morning. You hear me? Listen, I'm grateful. And it's crazy because I got up this morning. And good morning, Mr. Hardy. When I can get up and, I gotta get rest, y'all. And I be overextending myself sometimes. And I gotta quit doing that, because then my body kind of just shuts down. He said yes, 4 a.m. doing a rewatch. So everybody was up in the middle of the night. I have the Dead Sea Scrolls, but I missed class talking more about it. Okay. We appreciate you and the wisdom and knowledge you bring. You're welcome. You're welcome. Listen, God gave it to me. I wondered if some people wake up disappointed they were still here, of course. Because that's what the devil wants. He wants people to feel like they're in despair, and, that any negative feeling, that's what he wants. That's why God said as soon as you have it, you need to dispel it. Don't hold on to it, because then you open the door for spirits to come in That's me. I feel drained when I don't get rest right. I gotta get my sleep, and I like my bed, baby. I like my bed. I like my bed. Now, do I need to switch that mattress around? Yes. But baby, I get in there and just snuggle into the covers. Baby, I like my bed. I do. Ugh. And seeing as how we might not get to sleep in them too long, baby, I've been getting as much sleep as I can. Listen, I lay in it as much as I can. Ugh. You said it's so hard, though, when grief is involved. Well, take it up with that. That's what I'm going to say. I've learned to try to not hold on to no emotion, because grief is the trickiest one. Mm-hmm. My bed is my best friend. Is. It's always going to hug me tight and comfort me and everything. You hear me? Oh, Lord, yes. Good morning to you. I was up after the live going down the Rapture Taco, and they was up playing worship music and cleaning. You said, and then was up playing worship music and cleaning my house until 4:30. I love my bed as well. Yeah, and do. I'm so grateful for my bed. You said you can't lay down on my bed if you ain't getting up, girl. Everybody that gets in my bed within 15 minutes, they going to sleep. Everybody, all my kids, everybody, they get in my bed and go to bed. That grandbaby gets in there and snuggles under the covers, honey, and be like, "Come on, mama, lay down." I said, "You act like your mama." Grandson came, got right in my bed, went straight to sleep, baby. You hear me? My kids come, go get in my bed, and they go straight to sleep. I was reading Enoch this morning, and everything that is going on now. He explained it before. Pretty cool. Pretty cool. He was up doing some work. He said that's everybody that lay in my bed too. Yeah. Yeah. It didn't used to be like that though, in the very same bed. In that very bed, I couldn't sleep for like 2.5 years. I bet I won't go to sleep. I bet you will. Everybody getting it. Everybody that comes to my house go to sleep. But you won't be in my bed though. So then you right. You won't ever go to sleep there. You said it, Bobby. You spoke the truth when you said that. You sure did. Mm-hmm. So anyway. Ooh. Hey, Nathaniel. Good morning, everybody. So let me ask y'all a question. Who's proud of yourself for the work that you, G-Baby hasn't made it yet? My daughter told me to go home and get some rest because I got to be at work at 2 p.m. I'm in bed now. So comfy, that part. Mm-hmm. Who's happy about the progress that you've made in the last few years? Most people are sleep deprived, including myself. Get you some lavender oil. You won't be. And some magnesium. Lavender oil and magnesium. You will not be sleep deprived, honey. Do you honor the Feast of Trumpets? The Day of Atonement is the 1st of October. Yeah, I'm not really on all the festivals and stuff. Mm-hmm. Don't even. Yeah. I probably should be, but you know, cause a lot of people, they be focused on that, which he talked about in the Bible. He talked about them focusing on the feast and all of that kind of stuff, and the word was just going straight over their head. Mm-hmm. They started worrying too much about the feast and the festivals and the. He said, "I definitely am so glad I'm not where I used to be. I was just watching a rewatch from last night when you asked the same question. Listen, because I be wanting to know. I'm so very grateful. My heart is so full of love and gratitude. Thank you." No. Don't thank me. Thank God I can't put no love down in your heart. Ugh. You said get out my house. I just want to know. I mean, as a teacher, as a dean, I need to know that my students are progressing or we have to change the curriculum. Hello. We ain't going to keep doing the same thing if you're not learning nothing. That's pointless. If your life is not changing, if you are not growing and learning, yeah, well, I'm doing something wrong. Hello. You can't call yourself a teacher and your students are not advancing. That's not okay. You're not a good teacher then. Because everybody don't learn the same. You hear me? So I ask y'all these questions not to be prideful or nothing like that. How I'ma know? Finally finished all the seasons of Chosen. I gotta go back. Okay? You hear me? How will I know if what I'm doing is right if I don't see the progress? This is why I ask y'all to journal, because I want you to see your progress too. We have my daughter and grandbaby are doing well. Oh, congratulations! We got another circle little. Hi, baby. And tell mom, good job. Boy, these babies is coming, ain't they? My grandbaby was just born. Your grandbaby was just born. We got babies that's just showing up, and babies that's about listen. Baby, I keep telling you, they come in spurts. It's like as soon as some of y'all was dropping them, we finding out we got some more coming. Mm-hmm. Oh, shoot. You said I pray for the folks who believed in the rapture. Keep the faith. Yeah. 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 We got a lot of circle littles, y'all. It's a lot of babies. You hear me? That's good. Mm-hmm. It make me happy. Listen. There is a lot of life over here in so many different ways. You hear me? Who feel like they came back to life? Some of y'all was already living. But who feel like they came back to life in these years that you've been here? You feel like you see the sun differently? You said, I'm in Colorado waiting on my grandson. Lord, see? See? You said the process. Listen, thank you. Right? You hear me? It's a... I'm happy I got a chance to know the Lord before I had to see his face. You said, me, I look at a lot of things differently since you helped open my eyes. God opened your eyes. I can't open nobody's eyes, y'all. That's what I'm trying to get y'all to see. I can't do that. I'm just the instrument. But somebody had to make me. You hear me? And when an artisan or a craftsman goes to make something, they think about the use before they make it, right? You don't just start building something. You have to have a use for whatever it is that you're building. Hello. Okay? When they built a chair, the thing was they wanted to get up off the ground. You said, well, you're a darn good instrument. Thank you, Toya. Good morning, Chris. I don't know if you at work. Send that to him. Listen, good morning, Toya. Thank you, but you hear me? Hey, we did get on late night for just a minute. We wasn't on too long, and then I got in my bed. Baby put some lavender oil on, and I woke up about 8:30 or so. You hear me? I needed that sleep, though. I did. I might catch me a few more Z's here in a little bit, too. Hey. Okay? God wanted you to know what he looked like so you'll recognize him when you see him. But you know what? Y'all done got so much word stored down in your heart. He should recognize you too. Hello. The word is not just a story to you. It has now come up off the page in every area of your life. You can't go nowhere without seeing it. Good morning, sis. You said you the sneak attack for dad, and you're very good. Thank you so much. You hear me? Think about that. I be missing the late classes because hubby is home, but watch the rewatches. It's okay. You don't miss no class. You hear me, Kayla? Who gonna make something and not think about what they gonna use? I build. Y'all see. So when you are, all right, if you're not at work, if you're not driving, Let's do this. Y'all want to do a brainstorm real quick? Let's do it. Yeah? Can you get some paper? You came out of nowhere. God knew what he was doing. I'm grateful. I'm grateful too. You said, here we go. Y'all got some paper? If you can't, that's fine. But if you got a paper, a tablet that you can draw on, whatever, put idea and the date and time at the top of your paper. You said, I just learned how to crochet, now I'm making hats. Come on. You said, yes, I'm ready. All right. Put idea at the top and then put the time and date for me, please. Uh-oh. Once you got that, just say okay. Mm-mm. That's hot. You got it? Okay. Okay, good morning. Okay. So think about a problem that you have in your house. Yes, today's time and date. Think about a problem that you have in your house. Everybody. Okay? Think about a problem that you have at your house. It could be space, it could be organization, it could be whatever. You think I need something for this thing right here. And my life would be easier or more organized if I have it. Right? That's what I want you to do. Think about your house. Okay? Now, it could be designing a dresser. It could be designing a bed that's easier for you. It could be just do a little sketch on your paper. Good morning, Isabel. Good morning. Do a little sketch on your paper. And it don't gotta be pretty. Do a rough sketch. If you could design a bed or a dresser that you feel like, just do a rough sketch, of something there on the paper. And I'll give y'all a few minutes to do so. I'm going to run to the bathroom. Okay? Take your time, right? And think of something in your house. If you could design it and send it to be mass produced, what would you create in your home? Like if you got a small house, would you create some type of Murphy bed? What would you do? Right? And it don't matter if it's already been done. You just add to what has already been done. But think about something that would be useful in your house and make a rough sketch of it. Okay? Good morning, Michelle. Oh, listen, if you can't do it, that's okay. You can always come back, Nisi Poo, and do it later. Just the people that can. Just make a rough sketch. It could be a desk. It could be whatever you want. Whatever you can think of that if you could build it and have it in your house, that you feel like you did something in your kids' room, whatever, it don't matter. Got it? Thank you. Y'all got it down? So, getting old is a trip. Everything be like sore and achy. It's crazy. Ooh. I have to use my massager on this side of my leg. I did it on this one. Now this one tight. Ain't that something? Interesting. Y'all got your sketch down? Huh? Y'all need some more time? Hello. Y'all thinking? You need more time or y'all done? Right. Everybody just saying yes. To which one? Does an incomplete project count too? I just want you to, it don't gotta be perfect. I just want you to, it don't gotta be pretty. I just want you to, you could have made it ugly. You can go back and clean it up later. Okay. Okay. You don't gotta be pretty. You just need to kind of see the vision, right? Okay, good. Now I need you to come up with a name for it. They listening real good. Interesting. I ain't even said nothing. That's so crazy. Just sketch it. What would you call it? What would you call it? But give it a name. Project Redo. Hilarious. The original or when I make up. Yeah, you got to give what you sketched on your paper a name. So if you was going to sell it, what would you call it? You would call it Knowledge? Okay. Okay. So you designed a spiral bookshelf, The Journey or Paradise of Peace. Okay. Mobile portable survival storage closet. Okay. A safe space. Okay. Look at my class brainstorming. Y'all so smart. Yeah. Okay. So you sketched down your idea, right? Now I need you. You said a hot mess, Auntie. It won't be a hot mess, Auntie. Because you're going to have to go through the process of cultivating it, and then you get with engineers and they help you understand what will work and what won't work. Or if you came up with some type of cream, you might have to get with some chemist to put it together. You said it looks like that tree. Uh-oh, Auntie. Uh-oh. Sorry. Okay. Blessed oil sprayer and diffuser. Ooh. Ooh. One space fits all shelving. Okay. Okay. So on the side of it, I need you to write down a short description, a few words. Like if you had to go on Shark Tank and they gave you 12 to 15 words, no more than 20. I need you to describe how people could use it. And the different ways it could be used. Just sketch down a couple of words. It ain't got to be, I mean, if you want to go in detail, do that. The hideaway storage bed. Okay. Okay. Think about places it could be used in, what all you could use it for, you know, that type thing. Who would you market it to? Don't tell me here. I just want you to write it down. Like if you got a 30-second infomercial like they used to do in the 80s and 90s. I don't watch TV like that to know if they really do the infomercials like that. But when they used to be trying to sell you stuff, and if you buy two and send in just extra shipping and handling, you could get double. Y'all remember that when we was little? Called 1-800 something something something. Sketching and drawing are not my thing. I would just have to build it. I see it in my mind and build it from that. So it would be a peekaboo. Right, Auntie, but I this just part of the exercise. I know what you're saying. I know what you're saying, but I'm trying to go somewhere real quick. Come on with us. I know I'm not a, y'all seen my sketches. You just seen my tree the other day looking like, I don't know, something out the scary forest. You said Shark Tank now. Listen. Okay. Okay. Right. It's more. Come on in. I just want you to describe, if you had a few seconds, 30 seconds to describe this idea, don't write it in here. I just want you to put some keywords that you would say to the person that you were going to unveil this project to. Okay? What would be your keywords to get, you said the tree was so beautiful. I was like, oh, Auntie, Auntie. I draw like a 3-year-old. I ain't sat up. Y'all done seen all my stuff. It be looking like a little kid that got up there with a marker, but you get the idea. Okay? Yeah. You get the idea. Just look at the form of it, and you got to use your imagination when I'm drawing stuff. You got to see it. Yeah, because I build from, that's how I build too. Like, I think about what I needed to function as, and then I build from that idea. Start playing with the wood, and I sketch it out, and it'd be crazy looking. Ain't no dimensions right on there or nothing. But I know what I see, and it works out. It works out. So that's all that matters, is it needs to work out. That's it. Okay. Now, the next thing I need for you to do on that same paper is write down what materials you would need to complete the project. Screws, and even if you don't know all of it, is it silicone? Is it metal? Is there what you call that? Elastic in it. You know how they got the poles for like the tents out, because they got elastic on the inside, so it allows it to stretch and fold and all of that, right? So what materials, and you don't got to think of every single last one, but what would be your starter materials that you would need to complete this project? Write that down on the paper. Would you need a type of metal, wood, plastic, you know, what would, vinyl, all of that? What would you need? And you don't got to know all of it. Just get a couple things down on the paper. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning, everybody. Thank you. I love y'all. And I'm very proud of y'all. I really am. I know y'all probably think I just be saying that, no, but I am. I talk about y'all a lot in a good way. I know folks get tired of hearing about my students and how many life-changing things have happened, and it's just a lot of progress over here. And every day I have something to talk about. You hear me? Every day I get to show people how God brought us all together from all walks of life. Thank you, Coco. From all walks of life, from all regions of the world, and he brought us together here, and we love on each other, and it's good. It ain't been easy now. We had to learn to like each other, some of us. Some of us got kicked out and they came back anyway. But I told y'all that was gonna happen. And so then we just love on you. That's all. As long as you act right, we just love on you. If you come back and you act like you got some sense, let bygones be bygones. But if you want to keep acting crazy, no, you can't come in. There's a crazy sensor at the door. And it's going to be every time. Anybody want to come in with some strife or craziness, it's going to be. You said it's real good. I love y'all too. Come on. He brought us from all over. And now, you know what's crazy? This is a space we crave to be in. Think about it. To me, to be amongst people who enjoy the word as much as you do, who accept you for who you are, but will constantly be praying for you to change into the better you, into the you that God wants you to be, that will encourage you. Okay? We don't care about what you did. As long as you don't want to stay that way. We don't care. Please come in and tell your story, because you're going to help somebody. We believe in that wholeheartedly. Joy. We do not care about what you used to do. Okay? Because it ain't nothing that the blood of Jesus can't cover. But do you want to stay that way? Now, if you want to stay that way, you probably going to hate it here. You hear me? If you don't want to learn nothing and you just want to always take what other people say, you're not going to like it over here. But if you want to go searching for yourself, if you are tired of going through the same thing over and over and over and over again, and you want to understand, you're going to love it here. You hear me? You're going to love it here, I promise. I talk about you all the time as well. I tell people to log into your classes and guarantee they will leave knowing something they never knew until now. Come on! And two, because my daddy is he just all the knowledge you want. I don't know why you wouldn't want to connect to him. He can talk to you about bugs and trees and air and planets and everything. There's nothing he don't know. See, people be trying to hold out information on you. God be like, how much you want? Can you take all of this? You be like, wait a minute, I got too many books. Okay, so I don't got. He said, wait, I got some more for you. Hold on. You be like, Dad. He said, you know what? Let me give you a card. I'm just gonna fill it up. Don't worry about it. I forgot. Come here. Well, he didn't forget, but here, take this card and just go through here, and all the information that you want is free. You hear me? I can teach you about whatever. And I'm not saying me, I'm saying God. He can teach you about whatever it is that you want to know. There's nothing he can't teach you. He can teach you about people. He can teach you about everything. He said, I feel like you always in my house, in my car, Tia. You said talking like I'm crazy. Listen, folks be wondering who you talking to. They'll get close to your phone and see if they can hear through the speakers, because normally when people on the car speakers, you can hear it outside. Then they don't hear nobody. They'll try to walk around the car like ain't no earphones in their ear. Who they? What I need you to do is worry about your business, not mine. Who you talking to? The only person that matters. Maybe you should be talking to him. The only person that matters. Thank you, Ellen T. You hear me? You worry about talking to everybody else. That ain't my problem. You hear me? He said, I came to a revelation the other day when God said, I am that I am. He's speaking of his authenticity, that part. It ain't nothing to compare him to. Absolutely anything. Because there wasn't nothing before him. In order to be able to compare something to something, there had to be something else made before it. To know if it's better or not. There's nothing better than him because it was nothing before him. He like, what? Who gonna check me since ain't wasn't nobody before me? Hello. This. Okay. Who gonna check him? Nobody. No, not a now, not another, not a ever, not a nothing, not into eternity. Right? He like, who can even judge what I do if wasn't nobody before me? Okay. Anyway, so do you have your product, you have your description words on the side, or your descriptive words on the side. You have the materials, you have your idea, and you have your name, and you have the date, right? Right? No? Okay. All right. Now, if you have space on the same paper, fine. Oh, excuse me. Be burping like a man. Hello. If you have space on the same paper, that's fine. If you do not, can you turn it over on a new sheet, write the time and date? You can do it on the same if you have enough space. If not, turn it over to a clean piece of paper, please. Put the time and date on there. And let's see. Something. Dean, anything you miss, you can go over to YouTube, rewind back probably about the last 10 minutes and come back in. I don't know if you know that. That's the deal with that. If you come into class, you got to go and get the work. We had 36 minutes, so just go back to probably like 24 maybe. Okay? Or you can start from here and then go get that later. It's up to you. All right. Y'all ready? Huh? Hello? Where's my whistle? Are y'all here? I know what I need. Wake up. Wake up. Wake up. Wake up. Okay. All right, here we go. I just want to make sure y'all here. Wake up. Wake up. Wake up. All right. Okay. All right. Kept one of these in wood when my kids was little. Pow pow. I said stop, and I put it back up over the thing and keep on picking up stuff with my toes. You hear me? I don't got time to keep talking to you. I said wake up. All right. Here we go. Now, I need you to put on the top of this paper God's idea, and then hyphen your name. Hello. God's idea. The little hyphen there, and then put your name there. And time and date, please. Good morning. Okay. Listen. Okay. Hello. Let me know when you got it down. Please. Got it done, Trina? Okay. Okay. All right. I need you to apply all the same things that you're to yourself that you wrote on the other paper. So do a sketch of yourself. You can just do a stick figure, me. That was the idea. God said, I formed you. Before I formed you in your mother's womb, I knew you. Right? Is that what he said? So you were God's idea. There hadn't been one of you on this planet ever. Ever. There had never been another you. Now you could be a twin, but it's two different souls. You could be a triplet, a quadruplet, all the way up to a octomom. And that's still, even though it's split into 10 or 9 or 8 or 7 or 6, whatever, okay? It is still that many souls. So if you are God's idea, how did he feel like you would be useful in the world? What were your uses? How would people be able to benefit from God's idea, from you being in the world? What are the descriptive words of what it is that he put down into you that people can use, and not in a bad way? God's idea, CERCA TROVA. What will be her uses? I'm gonna make something that is useful to everybody. If you are God's idea, and he gave you a name before you ever even breathed air, he already thought about how the world would benefit if he crafted you, sketched you out. Caleb, he put a caring heart down in you, a loving spirit, hands that work magic. Our tree up there. The world will be able to benefit from your talents. Right? Hello. Hello, Rika. T. Hot tomato. I threw onions at you. Now my eyes sweating. Oh, the ability to see what people need before they need it, Auntie Sandra. Hello. Hello. He thought of all your uses, that the world, you his idea, you his product. Hello. The compassionate heart you got, where you can see through the pain that people smile through and everybody else don't see it, but all of a sudden your eyes, you ain't even really happy. Come here. Who hurt you? I'm fine. No, who hurt you? The fact that you can't let no kids go hungry around you. Hello. That was a benefit to the world. He saw that and said, I'm going to make a product named you. I'm going to make you a faithful employee. No matter what you see, they can count on you. I think you will be useful for the world. And I'm going to make you this tall, or this short, or this wide, or this skinny, with eyes that can see the world differently. You see? You are God's idea. And he came up with a name for you, and there were descriptive words for you, and he thought about how many different situations that you would be useful in, and then he patented you. He made a manual for you. Hello? Every use, okay, that he can use his product for is in the manual. But if you know anything about manufacturing and product, uh, um, I can't think of the word right now. I'm sorry, y'all. Give me a second. Anyway, okay. When you're doing your research on the materials that would be best, your market research, we're gonna say, okay. There's several stages that it takes from idea to finished product. Okay, you have to find somebody that is going to produce the product for you. You have the idea, but who got the machines? Mama and daddy is the machines. Okay, you got the engineer on one side and the person that's going to bring the materials on the other side. And then there's somebody else like grandma that has the expertise because she's seen similar products before. There are several different testing stages when you are going to put a product out. Whether that be a chemical test on skin to see if the chemicals are going to emulsify well, how long it's going to sit before it go bad. All of these. Oh, and then you got to figure out the packaging. Because you don't want to give nobody a broken product. You have to understand the amount of weight that can be put down on the top of it while it is making its transition in logistics to wherever it is going so it can be distributed out to the people. Then you got to think about the display. You have to understand how much you're going to market it for, what the value of that product is. Is it going to be top shelf, low shelf, or no shelf, thrown in a bucket? How will you exhibit it to people? People just see your end product. They weren't there for the preliminary testing. They weren't there for the product research. They weren't there when people were looking for the materials to make you. God did that. He is your manufacturer and you are his idea. You said this is really good and making me emotional. Wow, because we is his product. We his ideas. And the world don't have to see your value. They don't. But you will also work the world's idea. Hello. You walk right past products you don't think are valuable until you need them. You said talk about self-awareness. Come on. Okay. You hear me? You were God's idea. So I want y'all to take time throughout the day today. Just look at what he felt like he wanted to bring into the world. You know how many people had to happen for you to get here? You know how much product testing had to happen in order for you to be the perfect product? You know how many people, materials had to come together? Different packaging that moved over here. They improve products all the time. Hello. Oh, well, this is not working well. So, you know what? We're going to adjust it a little bit. Back to the drawing board. The microwaves we have now is not the microwaves we had when you could go into a 7-Eleven and it was brown And you had to wait for the ding, and wasn't very much fitting off in there. Y'all remember? And you could go and run and do all kinds of stuff, and it was a specific noise it made, right? All the prototypes. Hello. I love this class. He designed us just like he wanted to. He did the blueprint of that is like no other. You said, other man blueprint. Right. Right? You hear me? So see how your product, you feel like other people could use it, and it'll be useful to whoever. You thought about who could use it, where it could be used. That God did that first with you. So wherever it is that you are, guess what? He already knew he was marketing you to that area. If it's a shelter, a job, a school, a church, on the internet, the mechanic, yeah, all the hair on my body is standing up. The hospital, okay, the office. He distributed you specifically to that space because he knew you would be useful. And yes, all the hair on my legs is standing up. You're supposed to be right there. Because the people around you might walk past you, but it's somebody that stopped and said, wait a minute. I need this. I need this. Excuse me, can I talk to you? Can I ask you a question? Come on, T. Okay. I just pray and ask God to use me in this new era. He putting me in tears. Come on. Come on. He know what he doing. Your mom and daddy did not put you here. Your mama and daddy they didn't know who you was. He already knew before you got here. He already knew before your mom and daddy met each other. He already knew before your grandma and grandpa's and everybody else. He already knew. He knew the product he was going to bring here. He had an idea that you would be useful to the world. Hello. And you are. But the devil tried to tell you you don't have no value. He don't know what value look like, or else he would have never said the things that he said to God. He thought because he was beautiful on the outside that made him beautiful on the inside, and that was not true. That's why he got hurled out and made to look like he thought on the inside. You hear me, Caleb? You hear me? Nisi Poo, you hear me? Okay? They don't have to see your value. God do. You said you always in my business. I was just thinking this yesterday. Listen. Okay? Listen. Looks like looks are not everything. They fade. Come on. Come on. Your grill don't look like it did the first time you used it. Neither do your pots. It's going to be some show of some wear and tear somewhere, especially if you cook. If some of your pots don't got that brown grease stuff on them, I don't want you making me nothing. You can't fry my chicken. If some of your pots that you make greens in ain't discolored a little bit, I don't believe you. I don't believe you throw down the way you say. No. It need to be some kind of grease or something, auntie. It gotta be some kind of discolor. I know you're not gonna fry my chicken right. I know you're not gonna do it. I know you're not gonna do it. You're not gonna tell. Ain't no. It ain't been filled up to the rim and the grease didn't dripped off. It ain't. If the bottom don't got a little black on it, I don't want you frying my chicken. I don't trust it. He said, I'm grateful I made it here. Dad is satisfied with me. I'm good. Listen, CERCA, I just literally learned purpose in real time this morning, and here we are. Come on. Come on. You said no for real. Right. I don't trust it. I don't mind a little messy area where the seasonings is. I don't. I'm going to tell you why. Because I mean, you always using them. Y'all know, like grandma's house, you go in there and you be like, it's a lot of stuff in here, but why it always smells so good in here? Yes, I want to eat. What you about to cook, Grandma? What you cooking, Auntie? Uh-huh. Yep. Listen, Grandma always gonna have all these seasonings of it. Listen. Some of them you got to shake them hard. She said, just get your knife and move it around in there and give me that. Go over there and get that butter knife and take it in there, and it's still some good. Put that in there. That's enough. Yeah, put that in there. Grandma, is this gonna be safe? You gonna eat it, ain't you? Soon as you get done. I sure am. Yep. Walk out the house smelling like food with a plate and a Walmart bag. You said facts. Seasoning don't expire. I'm trying to tell you. Listen. Seasoned, skillet, and everything. You said, yeah, let me taste that. You said, yep, still good. Make it taste better. Listen, they don't know nothing about that. Listen, you said that's the best my grandma has had was must be the best passed down. Come on. Sounds like what my granny used to say. We all have the same one. Yeah, right. The paper on the seasoning being turned brown and everything from the grease over the years. Y'all remember? Give me that cocoa powder out of there. Hurry up. Grandma, how long you didn't have this? Give it here. You said, I iron mine against the cabinet. Oh, you hang them against the... okay. You hit yours against the cabinet and do. I'm always asking who made the potato salad. Listen. You said, and some collard. Listen, if it ain't no grease on the bottom of your pots, I'm going to be worried. A little bit. You don't got to be real crazy, but it need to be a little, like, black on there or something. Somewhere, a little bit, somewhere. I don't care. But if it don't got none of that, you don't be cooking like that. I don't care what nobody say. You do not be cooking like that. When the ugly pots come out, you know you about to eat good. He said, I know I'm supposed to be doing what I'm doing for work, and every time I think about doing something else, they'll chop me in the throat. Through one of them telling me how important I am in their life. Yeah. Hey. Right. The bottom of the pots are seasoned with color from cooking with love. Right. I don't trust you. Unless you just moved into your place, you buy, okay, that's different. But when I come back over here about 2 years later, I need to see something. If I don't see it, leaving with a belly full and some leftovers. It's going to last for 2 days. And taste better every day after that. Yeah. Listen. But understand. How many of y'all didn't want to do the first page of that? Of this homework? Tell me. I said, what she got us about to do? She always got a project or something. She always got an exercise. Just as irritated as you wanted to be, wasn't you? Until you knew it was you. Come on. You hear me? Okay, Pumpkin. Hello. And then you got all teary-eyed. Saps. No, I'm just playing. Why y'all always crying and stuff? You said me. I'm not good at drawing. Okay. That's all right, me either. Now y'all, you said guilty. Was irritated, and now you over there with your, it's raining at your house. It's raining at your job inside. Feeling all warm and fuzzy. Oh, God, you do love me. Oh, my God. What happened to your altitude because you didn't want to draw? Looking at it all mad and stuff. You acting like the world. He said, God created you for such a time as this. I wish I met you 30 years ago. It's okay, Keish. We in here. I thought you had an ice house. Listen. Nice cut. What? Wait a minute. Oh. on, nephew. Now, wait a minute. He said, Auntie, is you drinking in the morning? Hold on now. Hilarious. Nephew, I'm like, what is it? Yeah. Oh, wait. Man, gifted me this. One of my Uber drivers. You said I got on my grandma's pen. You got one of my grandma's pens and it's been used and abused. You said I didn't think I wait a minute. I didn't think I'd come up with something until I put the pen to paper. The second part had me in a chokehold though, for real. You said not too much on our emotions, sis. Be cool on our softened hearts, please and thank you. Y'all just be crying and stuff. Just as sappy as you want to be. I love y'all. You came here all hard and crusty. I just had to get my hammer and start chiseling away. You hear me? Some of y'all was hard and crusty when you came here. I could see a little something on the inside glowing like right? So I had to do emergency extractions and get y'all out of there. But look at you, all soft and stuff. It's okay. They just now telling people I'm live. That's absolutely mind blowing, and we've been on here for an hour. You hear me? You said eyes be sweating and stuff. Yeah. But who remembers me saying you can't stay close to God and have a hard heart? He's too kind. He's too good. You're gonna be crying all over the place. Y'all remember me telling y'all that when we first came here? I said you'll be crying about all kind of stuff. Hey. You said nah, for real. Friendship would be real seasoned by now, but it's okay. We still season a little bit that part. Hear me. You said I be thinking twice if I should come in the room depending on where I am. Come on. Can't go nowhere with these puffy eyes. Listen, I just look to see if you're on. Interesting. Who likes being God's idea and you not what was me no more about why did he bring you here? Does that change your perspective on why you here? Huh? Does that change your perspective on why you're here? That changed that well was me. You like, oh my God, you really intended for me to be here. Let me look at my life differently. Hey, Queen. Right. You can't walk around mad like that when you think it changes it completely. Come on. You said, yes, it showed me I'm actually worth something. A lot. Feel free to use this exercise wherever you need to, teachers, if y'all in class, employees and employers. Okay, feel free. If you are a team lead or any of that, because sometimes you have to help other people recognize their value because the world has always told them they're not valuable. You hear me? You said, I've realized how much God wanted me here, by how many times he saved. You said Satan was trying to take me out. Come on, Maddie. Girl, he's trying to take all of us out. That's his job. That's why I be trying to figure out why these Christians is fighting a fake war. Honey, because Lucifer is fighting a real one. You said yes, and the fact, this is something that I've struggled with from the beginning, so it now makes sense. Makes me see it. I'm sorry, you said it. No. All right. Yes. And the fact that this is something that I've struggled with from the beginning, so it now makes me see it different. I really do have purpose. Of course you do. Like making my shoes that I wear every single day. I'm so grateful. Look at this. I show them to y'all all the time, but if I take them outside, they going to glow in the dark. These shoes get attention and not just for this, but this is still mind-blowing to me. Okay? I done had a lot of sparkly shoes. These is my favorites. Can you tell? Do you understand? Never in this much detail. Do you see what this is? Do you see this? You got more purpose than that, but this right here, I could probably not ever do. Do y'all know each one of these things these stones was put on here? Each one, do you see this? Do you see the work? Girl, I'm about to pop you. This gonna help with my study too. Listen, I was snotting, sniffling, and crying with the running nose and puffy eyes. Okay. It's a person and these glow in the dark, honey, real good. You go outside, baby, they glow real good. Real good. And she can do whatever you want. They got spikes on the back. Do you see each one of these stones she put on by herself? Do you hear me? You said, man, I can fit those. This real dedication. Yes. Uh-huh. So if you want your kids some custom shoes or something, go on and get with Miss Rhodes. Because she do her. Y'all see that say CERCA TROVA Thundercats on them. I don't know if y'all can read that. Okay. Do you see that say Thundercat on it? In the actual font too. Do you see that? Yes, Coco. Kills the game, honey. And this ain't my only pair. She done made me other ones. This is my favorites out of all the. I love the CERCA TROVAs. I love the other ones. I still got them there under the bed. But these right here, everywhere I go. They like, you know how little kids, like, they get their favorite pair of shoes and they want to wear them with pants, dresses, shorts, whatever. This right here. Yeah. Girl, please, after the first row, I'll be on to something else. I'm trying to tell you. You know how you be like, you're not wearing them and they fall out on the floor? These. I put these up. They don't ever even have to match. I don't care. I can have on all purple. I'm going to put these on. Green, yellow, blue. I'm putting them on. I'm putting them on. They are my go-to shoes every day, which is crazy. And then my daughter, she put them on when she was here. And I was like, can you fit them? Because, you know, sometimes when other people wear your shoes, like, you know, they'll stretch them out. Because my daughter's got, their feet is wider than mine. And she was like, oh, these is comfortable. I said, okay, give them back. She had to run to the car when she was here. I was like, okay. When she came in, okay, yeah, I'll take those back. Give my damn shoes. Please and thank you. Grandbaby had them on, walking around. Give me my shoes. You acting like your mama and your aunties. Give me my stuff. There's plenty of shoes in here. Pick any other ones except for that. Please and thank you. You said she is awesome. Made my grandson's his for his graduation. Come on. Girl, I do not. Some stuff I don't want to share. Like a husband. Hello. I don't like to share certain food. I don't want to share with you. I'm going to buy you the same thing I got so you don't got to eat mine. If you like it, I'm going to buy you one too. We going to both have one. We can even buy 3 so we can split the second one and have 1.5. I'm fine with that. But if it's mine, I'm going to need you to not. If it's mine, I'm going to need you to get your own fried chicken. Now, am I going to want to taste yours? Yes. And I might let you taste mine, but don't get too carried away on my plate now. Please and thank you. You said, yes, my kind of foodie, baby. Listen. Where can you find her? Add her on here. Miss Rose, she in the class right now. She make them for teachers, everybody. Listen, she made my granddaughter some. She outgrew them, but honey, her heels be hanging out the back. And my daughter got my granddaughters. They kept all theirs, and now my other daughter, they had another baby, and it's another girl, so she gonna be able to wear the boss baby when she made baby. And my other daughter, she put hers up on a shelf, little flower shelf, and like put them like this, like in the gallery. Yeah. The ones you made for Emu, they up. Her mama had put them up on a thing. They up there like this on her little shoe rack. Well, it's not a shoe rack. It's like a flower mirror thing. But they a part of the decor in her room, girl. Quit playing. For real. Yes. I said, oh, that's cute. You put those up there. Those are cute. So, yeah, thank you. Excuse me, y'all. Thank you. I bought this at the Goodwill a long time ago. It's Target. I think, yeah. It's Morona. And it has had its share starting to shred and all of that. Because I like, this is my, You said, yes, my teacher and aides love them. Listen, Miss, come on. And she made, you said she made Wonder Woman's that glows. Ooh. Listen, come on. Get you some. They be so pretty. She make them for husbands, like if they like slides, but they like a team. She go, you got your kid wear they slides to their baseball, football games and all of that. And you want to have your kid with some sandals, right? Custom. Kill the game. Wonder Woman, You want them to have some special, your daughter on the gymnastics team, and you want like her favorite picture of her or whatever. She can put them on there and put all of that. Yeah. Can you come over here and put your information for them to get in contact with you over here? Hey, Auntie Judy. Can you please? He said, wow, this lesson was so good. I've been saving these. I thank God for having favor on me and leading me here and finding who I am in him. Come on. You said, cue the tears. Oh, so you a sappy baby too. I told y'all came over here all hard and crusty, and now y'all just be crying all the time. I told you. He's going to soften them hearts up. Because the world makes you feel like you're not valuable. But there are people that are paying attention to you, whether you believe it or not. More people than you know. You hear me? People are watching your change. Sometimes people don't want to acknowledge the change in you because they have to acknowledge that they haven't. So they're always going to try to make you feel, you said, I'm such a crybaby now. Good job. I'm grateful. Y'all do realize that that's walking away from the stony heart, right? If you cry a lot now, and for all different reasons, you realize it's fertile ground there. It's crazy. All my church talks about is your purpose, and I didn't get it till I got here away from church. Keish. I didn't find mine until I walked away from church either. I didn't understand it because they kept basically telling me what my gift was, which was teaching people to understand the basics, was not anything. And look, we got a whole school now. Interesting. Worldwide, too. Listen, he said, I found a reading online early this morning called The Dialogue of the Savior and the Gospel of Perfection is so good, and the Gospel of Mary, the Disciple. You got the Nag Hammadi? Antoinette? Do you? You got the Nag Hammadi at your house? Yeah. Yes. Do you got the Nag Hammadi pumpkin? It's in there. That's what you was reading. Yeah. We didn't read Dialogue of the Savior here. The Nag Hammadi, it's in there. Yeah. You know they got my toes wiggling. Yes, baby. I remember when I found it too. Come on in. Uh-oh, that means my baby is sick. Look here. Ooh wee. You see how I feel when you start looking around? Okay. Who feels like right now? Y'all know how in the movies when the scientist or the person that's figuring out the equation, how it's like it come out of their mind and it be swirling around in their head, all the numbers and everything, and then they just start putting everything together. Do y'all feel like that? You said, well, I remember now. I don't have that book. Thank you, Mama. I used to follow along. Yes. Yes. It's in there. You done already read it. You already read it. But now it makes sense. Now you starting to get what I be telling y'all. Remember I told you, I said when I first found it, I read everything, all of it, right? But then he would take me back to it a year, 2 years, 3 years later, and I'm like, oh my goodness. But you had to get the foundation first, right? You had to go through all of the things because you read it. We read it in class, right? But today, that word that you go and you discover again, it means more. And then you be like, I already read this. I already read this. You don't even realize it. So when I be telling y'all, I can't remember where I read it, but I know I read it. That's what I'm talking about. It's already happening to y'all. You hear me? We didn't read so much, but now God is now building on y'all foundations of what you have learned. Yes, it makes sense. Even reading the Gospel of Mary, it reminded me of how people come in here and treat you. They didn't believe her. Girl. Yeah. Right. And I was a teen mom, just like Mary. Crazy, right? Yeah. So, with that, boy, listen, they be trying to make it like Jesus don't create life. Moving on. I'm trying to tell you. I say it all the time. Listen, but you know what? This is the crazy thing, right? I want you all to understand that God took his time crafting you. And he looked at every single day that you would live. Hello. I need you to hear me now. Because you don't go to the same places every single day of your life. Sometimes you go to a market. Sometimes you go to the fire station. Sometimes you go to the mall. Sometimes you go to a flower shop. Sometimes you go to Home Depot or Lowe's. Sometimes you go to a nice restaurant. Sometimes you go to the place where they only got a window. So in every single place you're going to run into somebody. You're going to be seen by somebody. You're going to pass somebody in the store. You go to the bank. You go to baseball games and football games and school events. Okay? Do you realize that God intended for you to be used in every single space there? In the hospital, at the college, hello, at the nursery. Every day. You know how they move the displays around in the store so that they can market that product to other people? Because sometimes, okay, when you first walk into the store, when they first come out, it's all right in the front because they want to hurry up and try to sell a whole bunch, right? But as that product becomes less popular in the caps, okay, they move it around to places in the store, and before you know it, it's in the clearance if it didn't sell, right? Does that take down the value because they marked the value down on it? Because God moved you out of the way where everybody can't see you? Huh? If the grill costs $500 but didn't nobody buy it, when I go get it for $27.32 at the Goodwill, isn't the value still $500? Still worth the same $500 it was. I just didn't have to pay that for it. Don't be sad when God moved you off the end cap. That don't take down your value. Just something else coming up. But somebody gonna have a use for you. Somebody is gonna think you are the perfect item. Happy that God made you the way that you are. They might have even found you in a pick and go. That don't mean that they ain't been looking for you. You said that was a straight heart punch. This is making me cry. Hello? Y'all ain't never been into like a picking, like everything in there $10, that don't mean you don't find it valuable. You've been looking for this. I've been looking for one. I always said if I found one of these, I was going to get it. But they used to be super expensive. They used to be this, and I still need it. The clearance rack, honey. But you could be exactly what somebody been needing. They just didn't have enough to afford you when you first came out. Hello. And you might have a beat up box. Don't mean the product on the inside ain't no good. You said if you rip and tear up $1, is it still $1? It is. You said just like the lesson, what does God see valuable in us? Come on, Antoinette. Come on. Listen, you're just like that seasoned pot we was talking about, okay? We are the seasoned pot. I know it's some good stuff gonna come out of you, baby, by all of the grease on the outside. The little black marks and stuff. I know some good. You're a little beat up. Let me see what you making in here. Because some folks, they pots too clean. And what I mean by that is, ain't no wear and tear on the bottom. I don't know if you can cook or not. I ain't talking about on the inside. I'm talking about on the outside. Hello. You said how people be making young mothers and single mothers feel. Exactly. Hello. Now, I need to be clean on the inside. But I need to see some stains of life on the outside of you, because guess what? I know it's going to be something valuable coming out of you. You too fresh. You ain't been through nothing. I don't even know if you're going to know when it's done. You ever been to a diner? Anybody ever been to the Waffle House and seen the bottom of their pots? Huh? You seen the bottom of the little... Hello? What the bottom of the pots at Waffle House look like? You never seen it? Hello? You never seen the bottom of a Waffle House pot? The one they make the eggs in? You said they're burnt? Anybody eat at Waffle House in the middle of the night or when you want some breakfast? Used and abused. They got dents in them. The rims be bent a little bit from them being slammed down. But have you ever, after a night of clubbing, went and got you some Waffle House and been eating with your eyes closed? Huh? Can you close your eyes and remember how it tastes? Okay. Okay, Miss Rhodes. Okay, it's rusty. Very good. You said I hollered it. You said sure can. I have, and yes. Oh, okay. It was good. Absolutely. Okay. How many people have got something that they enjoyed or that they remember? You said, shoot, forget a night of club and Waffle House. It is them. Listen, this part. Hold on. But how many people? You said I used to go to the trolley stop uptown Nola and Sonny's. Okay, so same thing. Okay, but you get what I'm saying. Okay? How many people have sat back and were satisfied from something that was made in something that looked beat up on the outside? But it was clean on the inside. And what it produced satisfied the people that sat at the table. You left feeling good. Probably still had a little bit left and took it home in a little clear thing and was eating it on the way home. Them pots is banged up. They got grease on them and from the fire going up and everything. That grill done seen all kind of stuff. Hello? That don't mean it ain't gonna give you nothing good. Baby, that's gonna fill you all the way up. You hear me? Eggs be all nice and the hash browns be good. Crispy waffle, baby, with some pecans in it or some blueberries. The syrup be right. Come on. Oh, and don't let the person back there know how to make no grits. That grit pot be looking crazy too. Come on with that. You hear me? If it ain't scuffed up on the bottom, I don't know if I want you cooking for me. I'm trying to tell you. If it ain't got a couple of stains and stuff, well, how many times you to use this? Well, do you know if the meat is done? I don't know. You said, now, I'm just trying to tell you. We like the pots at Waffle House. Season. You hear me? That don't mean what's going to come. See, folks be worried about your outside, but they don't realize that them burn marks and that oil and all of that is the experience. You said yes, because I've had some that couldn't make grits say, you said they couldn't make grits say lumpy. Come on. I don't know what's going on. You hear me? I'm trying to tell you. See, y'all be wanting to eat from people that they possibly ain't got. They don't look like they've been through nothing. I don't cook right. Them scars are the lessons learned. Right. You hear me? Yes, Naisha. You is a pop at the diner. You hear me? You know some good coming out of it by the way it look on the outside. Oh yeah, that's been through some stuff. You see. Okay, prime example. Black community. If you get to a barbecue and there is a linen short set and brown sandals or black and a crusty toe or two hanging over it, what you about to get? Huh? What is you about to get? Ribs. Listen. You said I have my granny original pound cake pan and it's dented with oil spots and all. Ribs. You said we eating because the uncle's a man. Okay, ribs. What about the chicken that be so tender because he done marinated it in listen. You said something to drink. Everything on the menu. Okay. You said some good eating, the best barbecue. Yes, for Uncle Elroy on the grill and potato salad with the raisins. Oh, with some fire wings. I don't know about no raisins, Mario. You lost me, but I got you. You said go on, Papa, cook it, finger looking good. He gonna say, taste that right there, taste that. See, that's how you know the meat done. You hear me? You said the grill master uniform. Okay. You hear me? You said I'm wearing yoga pants so your stomach can stretch. Hey, Punky. You hear me? You already know what you gonna get by the outfit at the grill. And if he wipe his face like this and then hit his hands with the tap, baby, you about to be asleep. You heard me? Some juicy burgers, good food and a joke about you and your mama. Not or, and. And bet not have no peanut knucklehead little boy run. Come here, big head boy. What is your name? Who is you? What's your mama name? Which one of them your mama? Here, take this hot dog and all right. Now take this chicken. See that lady right there? Go on and give her that. Then he gonna hit her with the. He send out the cause Unc's single now. So he always out of barbecues because he know his nieces and nephews is gonna bring the host out. Unc trying to find him something young. You hear me? You said with the best tasting mac and cheese and someone asking who made at least one dish. You listen. You know what to do. Unc gonna throw a little barbecue down there. Y'all bring y'all friends. Y'all come on over there. No, but you can bring your girl. You can bring your boy. Yeah, right on. Now y'all. Now them kids gonna have to leave about 9:30. Cause I'm gonna have some friends come over. Yep, the kids. Somebody gonna have to take them kids home now. He got the big fan hooked up to the electric cord out there, blowing the blower blowing on everybody. Is Domino right? You said you done broke down the whole barbecue experience. I already know how to go. I done been to plenty of barbecues, honey, plenty. You said that's too funny. I'm trying to tell you, my uncle made. You said the best spaghetti in the world. That sauce was kicking. His secret sauce was the beer. That's how they season their chicken too. Go get you a good cheap beer and pour it over your chicken and all the meat. They gonna pour it over the what you call them, pork steaks. They gonna pour it over the ribs. They gonna pour everything. If they doing chicken breast, they gonna pour it over that. Have it all seasoned up for 2 days, flipping it in the seasoning, baby. That's why. Oh Lord, listen, and a little vinegar. You said the grandma's yelling because something ain't done right. And someone was wasting food. Lord, and sodas. Come on, not you telling my chicken secret. I already know about it, girl. I already know about it. And you can use Italian dressing and it'll do the same thing. Yeah, I like food a lot. So I'm gonna study what's gonna break down the proteins in this meat so it can be tender. You said all you need is okay. That's what the ciders and stuff is for. Listen. So understand. You said I was gonna say Italian. Yep. Both. Yes, baby. Any meat you want to marinate. Don't get the zesty, baby. The zesty Italian really will do it. The Italian cool. But that zesty Italian, long as it ain't sweet, baby, listen, how you about to trying to listen, the fat be good when you do that. I don't like fat. I don't like it. But if you shoot. We said, oh yes, I will just bake my listen, honey. I was trying to say and do yeah, I got you. The zesty got a little extra flavor and seasoning in it. Yes, baby. I use the zesty for my marinade, of course. My daddy put me on to that. Yes, man. His hamburgers, like, cause he loved barbecue. My dad will barbecue twice a week. Okay. Baby, he'll get up and season his like hamburger meat. Cause that's when we used to eat beef at my mama's house. He'll pour that Italian dressing in there, right? Put all the seasonings in there, whatever you gonna do. Let the meat sit, then get up and patty it up, baby, and put that mess on the grill. Never a dry hamburger. My dad has never, that I can remember, he's not ever made a dry hamburger that I've eaten. And I'm talking about 2 days later, you go in there and the foil all messed up now. Because everybody didn't been going in there and getting a hamburger and putting cheese on it and getting some barbecue sauce, putting on the bun. Yeah, it's still moist. Crazy. I said, oh yeah. I miss his food too. Listen, what you know about the zesty Italian dressing on hamburgers? Girl, yeah, my daddy been doing that forever. Brisket, all of it. Ooh, and on turkey burgers, yeah, that's what I eat. I use turkey burgers. But yeah, no dry turkey burgers over here. No, thank you. You said never put it on the burgers. Normally use barbecue sauce. No. It's part of the seasoning. So, like, if you season your ground turkey, ground pork, whatever you gonna do, it work good with, for those of y'all that eat pork sausage. You know how you can just get the regular pork, like, ground pork. They used to sell it, like, and it ain't breakfast sausage, just pork sausage, right? Baby, pour you some of that in there, and it's like a grilled, like, pork hamburger type deal. Baby, listen. With some cheese and some pickles. And don't mess around and put no bacon on top of there. With a toasted bun, baby. What? I put French's on my hamburgers before. It's good. Right, but this is used as a marinade. Okay, don't eat it. Listen, we got people that don't eat no meat here. That's fine. When I roll my eyes back in my head because I'm thinking about the meat that I'm going to put in my mouth, you don't got to tell me what you stop eating. Eat something else. If you want to eat a mushroom burger that tastes like that, do it. I'm just telling you what make my toes wiggle. And then you, y'all not gonna keep doing that. If you want to eat grass or drink, listen, don't stop my dreams. Please don't. Please don't do that. Thank you. And I made some pickles this summer. Just know I'm about to bust them pickle coins. Ooh, out for a turkey burger. Here's Shirley. Oh, yes. Yes. Now, listen, I love y'all. Right. You said, yes, mushroom burgers are so good. Make sure you use portobello and marinate it first. Right. Eat what you want. Just let me eat what I want to. I love y'all. And I ain't fussing at you. Eat whatever you like. Okay? If God deals with you not to eat it, don't eat it. But if I say I want to have, listen, so you just add the zesty Italian in the ground meat and other seasonings. I'm trying. Oh, it's gonna be so good. You can do it like an hour or two if you don't want to do it overnight, and then just put your little foil or your lid on there, and you don't need a lot depending on the. But baby, they be like, black bean burgers, you name it. I'm here for it all. That part, we can eat everything, right? Just eat what you want. Yes, turn your listen. They be so juicy. And don't turn around and stuff them with no cheese or nothing. You hear me? And freeze the pep. Steak sauce too. Yep. You said we used to raise our meat. It was good back then, but now I'm scared. I know. Right. Right. My grandma had a hog pen and stuff, so they been busting cows, pigs and stuff down forever. I put mushroom, bell peppers, and green onions in my turkey burgers. All of that. Now you're going too far with the cheese. I like stuffed burgers. I grill my mushrooms, right, and onions. Y'all remember how we used to make the patty melts? I make a reverse one. And stuff like let that all cool, put it in there, baby, put that cheese in there. So when you bust that bad baby down, you got cheese and mushrooms and onions. I showed y'all my burger stuffer thing I got. I don't play. I like food. If you like spicy, you can grill you some jalapenos, and get the stuff all good and crusty and black on there, and then peel that out, baby, chop that up, put you some cheese in there, and then make your patties and put them on the grill or the smoker, even better. Oh, Lord. You said I'm really about to cook. Oh, yeah, we foodies over here, honey. Mm-mm. Oh, get you some, listen, grill, you can do it on the stove, right? Girl, I got a burger. Nigga got a burger press and a burger stuffer. I'm not playing with nobody. You hear me? And a cheese shredder if I need one. I think, listen, something been spilled on that shit. My burger press, all these, and do it put the lines on there. You hear me? Who is playing? And I had a lot of kids too, and they always had some friends over. I gotta be able to do this quickly. Here, take that, put these gloves on, put that paper in there. Baby, put this down in there, smash this down, right? Boom. So I got my two patties right here, right? You said I made lasagna yesterday for dinner. My neighbor came over and we chatted a bit. I went back to the house. My son put 7 packs of cheese in the pan, talking about he was trying to help me. I love it, nephew. Now you can't even eat it. I'm sorry, but I would have ate all of that. Okay, burger stuffer, right? There's some honey or something on the bottom of here, and it shouldn't be. But, boom. You hear me? And then you push that down in there, pull it up, put your other patty in there, boom. Who? Do you understand? Listen, sorry, queen. You gotta start making your own pans. But I would have ate it all. Nephew was thinking about his TT. That's what he was thinking about. He said, listen here, I know what I'm going to do. I'm going to help my mama. You hear me? I'll be putting steak sauce in my burger mixture. And some Lipton onion soup. Yeah. Oh, yeah. This is called a Stutz. Stutz. Right? And you just put the meat down in there and put that. But you can stuff it with whatever you want to. I just like that. Yep, this is honey. I can feel it on the bottom. I'm going to have to wash that. So, I don't play. I got all kind of kitchen gadgets because I like to eat. And I don't want to have to go to a restaurant and wait 45 minutes all the time. I want to be able to make it at home. That way I can eat it 2 or 3 times for half the price. You hear me? Now I can eat it 2 or 3 times for half the price. No, that kid was being funny. He no good and when he no good and well all that cheese wasn't supposed to went in there. Now all you see is stretchy cheese everywhere. My stomach hurt. He had a good listen. He had a good laugh. I bet he did. Mama gonna be in there. Oh, I know it was good and bubbly too. I like food. Always go down Aldi's. If you got an Aldi's where you at, always go down that clearance rack. Like that little throw in bin, look in there. They be having all the best house stuff. Because most of my best house stuff came from like my kitchen utensils, like all the little gadgets, Aldi's. And they be cheap too. But they last a long time. My pineapple core, all that stuff. They always have amazing kitchen stuff. And I don't try to buy it when it first come out. I say, God, if you want me to have it, when I come in here a couple of weeks later, it's going to be marked down and it's going to be for the money I got in my pocket, and that's what will happen. All the cute little rubbery, what you call it, silicone, like baking mats for the kids and stuff. They always got kids stuff. All the cookie cutters. Girl, I had all that stuff. I done gave all that stuff to my kids. Most of it anyway. You said not bubbly, auntie. That cheese will have you bubbly. It will. And I'm just going to have to deal with it because, baby, I'm about to put all that cheese in here. You hear me? Yes, I was in there the other day and they had those Dutch ovens. The ones that I told y'all. See, yeah, they putting them out right now. Good. Thank you, because I ain't been. They got them Dutch ovens. And you see how good they is. Baby, all my Dutch ovens came from Aldi's except for like 1 or 2. But all of them. And I waited because they be like $39, $49, $59, whatever. Baby, I waited till they mark them down to $19.99. But you might not be able to do that now. So if you can get them, they stuff that. And they got the ones, you see that red one I got. It got a grill on the top of the lid. Right? It got grilled. So I can flip it over and put it in there. And like you can, it's a double. So it's the one with the lid. And they had the ones. Girl, I got a grill, like cast iron griddles, girl. I got all kinds. Yes, honey, I love them. They got good cast iron. They have the ceramic coated ones. The other ones, all my little egg skillets and my square small ones and stuff. Oh yeah. Like if you want to do, you know how like when you go to the restaurant, you should take my black card as we speak. I just noticed that I don't have a roast pan. Y'all know. The ones that you ain't got a roast, go to Goodwill and get one. Go to Goodwill and get it. But they got some nice roasters though. Some nice electric ones too. Go to Goodwill. They always got them there. The black and white ones, they got the deep pot. Go to Goodwill. They always got roasters. And think about the size you want before you go too, so God can put it in there. It'll probably already have some dents in it too. You hear me? They're at Habitat for Humanity. Okay. They knew what they was doing. You heard me. See you later, auntie. You said, baby, That's where my sons work out, and they wore out. Oh, okay. It said, yep, then I checked the Goodwill, Danny. I was at Walmart yesterday. Listen, Goodwill in North Carolina done lost their minds. The prices are outrageous. I know. That's the problem. I already know. That's because the Goodwill is popular now. All right, now that y'all have done y'all exercise, let's get to this. So, I read this online, and we're not going to read all of it, but I do want to get through here. We've read this before, but I was in my devotion this morning. Yes, that's greed. Ask Google how much the CEO of Goodwill makes a year. No, I know. Listen, understand. I get it, right? And God sees everything. But we are at a time where greed is an all-time high. Period. Because all the evil stuff is about to be running rampant through the land. So it is. We can't really do much about it. Okay. So it's crazy that my daughter came in here and said, Mama, guess what I was reading this morning? Because you want to know what? We're literally going to the Nag Hammadi today. Well, or a book that's in the Nag Hammadi, right? One of them. Okay? So what I need you to do is type in the apocryphan of James. And I'm on the Gnostic Society Library. That's the app I'm on. I'm not on Sacred Text. Okay? I'm on the apocryphan of James. And it's on the Gnostic Society Library. Yeah. You're going to need another piece of paper if you can. Please. And we're not going to read all of this. We're going to skip through here. You can always go back and read it for yourself. You're welcome. Okay? You can always go back and read it for yourself, but I want to touch on some specific points that I think are going to be monumental for you all. I think you will enjoy it. Okay? Let me know when you're over there. Okay, so we're not on Sacred Text. We're on the Gnostic Society Library. The Apocryphan, O-N, of James. Let me know when you get over there, please. Let me change this font because it's super small. It is. Girl, I had to blow mine up and I got my glasses on. Let me know when you over there. You over there? Okay. Now, we're going to go down to the end of the second paragraph here. Or the second, yeah. He says James right, and then it starts with since you ask. Okay? And the last sentence there. Okay. Have a good day, Pumpkin. We love you. The last sentence, or the second to the last sentence, that starts with this that the Savior did not wish to tell all of us, his 12 disciples, but blessed will they be who will be saved through faith of this discourse. Okay? Y'all see that? Huh? Y'all see that part? Okay, here we go. I also sent you 10 months ago another secret book which the Savior had revealed to me. Under the circumstances, however, regard that one as revealed to me, James, but this one, and then they couldn't translate it. So the 12 disciples were all sitting together and recalling what the Savior had said to each one of them, whether in secret or openly, and putting it in books. Stop right there. Did y'all hear that? I'm going to read that again. The 12 disciples were all sitting together and recalling what the Savior had said to each one of them, whether in secret or openly, and putting it in books. How many of you have been writing down what God has been telling you in your journal? Your dreams, the things that come to your mind. You've been writing in your book? Your studies? That was for all of them, but books lied to you people. You said what? What you mean? Okay. Since a child. Okay. Huh? Everybody wrote down what God said to them in front of everybody, or either by themselves. Can I ask you a question? Do we do that here? You said in their paragraph, he just said he hid things in books. There's a lot of people out here saying you can't trust books. They lie to you. Oh, yeah. Right. Can someone please tell me where we're reading from? We are reading from the apocryphan of James on the Gnosis Society Library. Sorry. You said I journal, but I don't dreams. No, okay. So do we come here and talk about what God has told all of us? Huh? You said you never dedicated a journal, but I've always wrote down things. That please dedicate a journal for every day. Please try it. I promise you it'll change your life. Please. Because God be wanting to tell you stuff, and sometimes because we don't have it there, right? And it's not and I do everything in my journal. I don't separate a journal for this, a journal for that. I do everything for when I'm writing in that journal. It's ideas, it's whatever. Everything is in there. So you can go back and look like, well, y'all didn't see them. I don't feel like getting up and getting one. But try it. Because then you can go back throughout the year and look day by day and see what your mind was like, what your thoughts were like. What happened? Okay? You said I write everything in my journals. I just finished another one. I think that's why I have so many, of course. I don't keep it organized. That's the problem. It don't need to be organized. I get hard books, though. I get sketchbooks, like journals like this. Thank you for all the people that have sent them. But I get actual hard books so that they don't get all messed up. Because when you get the ones where they rip out and all of that, you can't go back. But books like this, I can have these for years. Right? If you get hard, then they go up there like those. You said, now that makes sense. I'm going to start using only one journal going forward. Yeah. I use one journal for everything. Y'all see, I just fill them up with everything. Whatever I'm writing, it's in that journal until it's full. You said when I'm going through, I tend to stop writing. I have to do better. That's when you're supposed to write the most. That's so smart because space could itself try to separate journals and then I can't remember what book it's in. Yeah, no, don't do that. I can tell you what year I was writing in it by how it looks. Right? Because when I first started writing, I used the 500 page, but the page, I be finding pages ripped out. I need it. I need to be able to find it. So that's why I write in like hardback or sketchbooks, whatever. I write in that because then I can put it up on the shelf like a book because it is one. It's yours. For those of you that want to write the book, that's the easiest way to start it. Don't start it trying to tell the story. Just as it comes to your memory in your journal as you go through life, write it down. There go the beginning. Hello. When you talk about your childhood trauma, book. When you talk about your marriage or your divorce or having your kids and what you went through and being homeless or whatever it was, college, your work, when you talk, there go your book right there. You writing it. You hear me? Right. Okay. How will you know how long it took God to do it if you don't write the problem and then write when he did it? Kayla? Okay. Again, the disciples got together and wrote down everything that God told them. We would not have the Bible if they didn't do that. Do you understand? We wouldn't know what David went through. We wouldn't know that David did what he did with Uriah's wife. We wouldn't know that Solomon was on. We wouldn't know Abraham. We wouldn't know if somebody didn't write it down. We wouldn't know. Okay? Make a record of your life, even though he already got one. Okay. It says, but I was writing that which was in my book, and lo, the Savior appeared after departing from us while we gazed after him. And 550 days since he had risen from the dead, we said to him, have you departed and removed yourself from us? But Jesus said, no, but I shall go to the place from whence I came. If you will wish to come with me, come. Now, I don't know about that date, but we just gonna move on with that, okay? But he can show up wherever he wants to, right? Here we go. We're skipping down, y'all. To give me a second. All right, here we go. A couple paragraphs down after where it says, then Peter replied. We're going to go to the paragraph beneath that says, but I answered and said to him. Y'all can go back and read the middle part. I'm just trying to get to a specific thing, okay? Y'all hear me? So do you see the paragraph that starts, but I answered, because there's no numbers on this. But I answered and said to him, Lord, we can obey you if you wish. Do y'all see that right there? Huh? Y'all see it? You got it, Danny? You got it, Whit? Okay. Tootie? Okay. Okay, here we go. He said, but I answered and said to him, Lord, we can obey if you wish, for we have forsaken our fathers, our mothers, and our villages and followed you. How many of you feel like you've done that? Since you start reading the OTP and different things, some of y'all done moved. Family might not mess with you that much no more because they don't want to hear about Enoch and Baruch and Adam and Eve. They don't believe it. So do you feel like, you said 100%. Do you feel like, come on, baby. Do you feel like this is the life you living right now? You forsook all to follow Christ for real, not to go to church, to follow Christ. And you see it's a lonely road. It ain't a lot of people on this road over here, is it? You said no visits and phone, just dry. Okay. You remember he said on the broad way, it's a lot of people. He said, but on the narrow way, you don't see too many people believe the same stuff you do. You said you and I do and is. Oh, okay. You said no and loving it. Hello. You are willing to walk away from your family that don't want to believe. Like, listen, you ain't got to believe it. That don't mean I don't. Deuces, nigga. I'm about to get my soul right. I'm about to understand. I'm about to learn. You said 2022, the isolation began. That part. Nope, and ain't mad. The lonely road is the most beautiful thing I've ever experienced. Come on. I've experienced. Come on. That's why I said it's okay. Baby, I got rid of all that crazy. And look, this been the best. You said, woo, you so right. Let me get to writing. Listen, Bree. Mari, you hear me? Hello? Here we go. It says, grant us therefore not to be tempted by the devil, the evil one. He said, we following you, so can you make it to where the devil don't tempt us? He said, since we following you, can't you just make the devil leave us alone? I mean, I'm following you. I already left my family. The least you could do is keep the devil off of me. Interesting. The Lord answered and said, what is your merit if you do the will of the Father, and it is not given to you from him as a gift while you are tempted by Satan? He said, if I gave you the gift, the Holy Ghost, how would you even know if it worked unless the devil was here? I'm paraphrasing. How would you even know that your Holy Ghost worked if there wasn't an evil kingdom? How would you even get to see God's might and his power if there was nobody to oppose you? Come on, Kayla. How would you know when the devil is fighting you that God is bigger if I take the opponent away? You won't see me. You hear me, Wanda? He said it's a part of the process. Get your weight up in it. Okay. How would you know that your prayers worked when the enemy is fighting your friend if there's no enemy? You wouldn't. You wouldn't know. You wouldn't know. You wouldn't know how when you feel low, but you get on your knees and you pray that God raises you from the... You wouldn't know. How would you know the difference when you feel a weight lifted? If you had never felt the weight, you wouldn't know. You wouldn't know the difference when you cry out to God and you release whatever it is and you get up and you feel lighter and you feel like you can breathe. Because the enemy has put weights on your shoulders in the spirit, you wouldn't know. You need a hater in your life, at least one. And Lucifer's everybody's. He don't discriminate. Him and his brothers and sisters, nieces and nephews, whatever, they whole family. Okay? He said, what good would my Holy Ghost be if you didn't have an opponent? You wouldn't even be able to see my power, my might, my grace. You wouldn't be able to see it. Hello. You wouldn't understand my love the way that you, until you experience Lucifer's hate, his deceit, You wouldn't recognize the fruits of my spirit if he wasn't here. Because what you thought was love wasn't love. It was captivity. That weight, come on up out. Come on. Hello. Alone, but definitely not lonely. It's peaceful here. Is. Here we go. Ooh. He said, but if you are oppressed by Satan and persecuted, and you do his, i.e. the Father's will, I say that he will love you and make you equal with me, and reckon you to have become beloved through his providence by your own choice. Hello? He said, if you choose me and you still battle with Satan and you decide that you still want to do God's will after going through all that you done been through, he said, oh, he gonna make sure you straight. You gonna be equal with me in the kingdom. Hello? Not because you're so sanctified. Not because you're not tempted. He said, but because when you were tempted by the evil one, you still chose me. Don't you want somebody to choose you? Even though you know they looking at what they like. But for whatever reason, they choose you. Remember when David, the prophet came and he said, oh, he nice and tall, he this, he that. You know, oh, she nice looking, she real thick, she this, she that. Oh, okay. But God saw David's heart. The other ones had strength, nice hair, beautiful waves, caramely skin, dark skin, might have been a light-skinned brother with green eyes. Hello, it was a whole bunch of them, and they looked good, but their hearts wasn't right. You said, and did, and will, and continue to. Come on. Okay. God said, you looking at the outward appearance. I'm looking at the heart. They don't got a king's heart. Hello? They might be taller than David. Might even be stronger than David, but they don't got the strategy of David. They're not going to love on my people like David. They're not going to protect my people like David because they too worried about being a pretty boy. Hello? They're going to be too worried about being in between all of the in the harem, okay? You hear me, Mr. Dream Express? You understand? He ain't gonna care for my people. I don't care what it look like, I care what it is. A king put his people before himself. He gonna take care of everybody in his community. Do you hear me? He go check and make sure the gates is locked. Make sure everybody can eat. A good king. Now, there's wicked kings that leave they folks destitute and don't care and don't go see about now, hold on now. But maybe those brothers would have been more worried about the king looking like something than it being the kingdom of God, or the house of God, or the people of God. They would have been more worried about the festivals and meeting with the dignitaries and finding the most beautiful wife, even though she gonna embarrass him like old girl Vesta or whatever, Vashti. Okay? You hear me? Worried about the biggest diamond ring and the oh, okay. And then here come Esther. Y'all seen A Night with the King. Who watched it? One Night with the King. It's a good, if you ain't seen it, you need to watch it. Because it'll tell you about yourself. It will. And not just for women, men too. Hello. It's a good movie. One Night with the King, you need to watch it. And see, are you a Vashti or Esther? Okay? We gonna call. Are you a Virgil or Earl? Because we got Vashti and Esther, and we got a Virgil or Earl. We gonna see which one you is, and because hello. It's a very matter of fact, if you got kids that's old enough to start talking about they want a boyfriend and a girlfriend, it's a good thing to have them watch too. You found it on Tubi? Okay. Got you some teenagers, some young adults. Get some popcorn, some snacks, and let's watch it and say who you want to be. Which one would you rate? Anyway, here we go. So you will you not? I'm sorry. Because these eyes gonna do what they gonna do. Cease loving the flesh and being afraid of sufferings. Hold on. He says, so will you not cease loving the flesh? Can you tell me what the word cease means? And what is flesh? What's the definition? I want the definitions. I know we know, but just put them up here because some people don't know. He said, will you cease loving the flesh? Will you not? I'm sorry. To stop. Interesting. Okay. What about flesh? What's the definition of flesh? To bring to an end. Cease or bring to an end. Okay. What about flesh? What we got? Flesh, to put weight on. Interesting. Okay. What else we got? The suit of a human being. Flesh is a soft substance consisting of muscle and fat. Sinful nature. He said, when will you stop loving this? When? You don't want to suffer? So you love your flesh more than suffering for me. Interesting. You like doing what make your flesh feel good more than honoring me. You like letting your eyes look at what you're not supposed to look at more than honoring me. You let your ears hear what you want to hear instead of my words. You let your mind go to places I don't want it to go more than thinking about me. You talk about your problems with the mouth I gave you more than you talk about me and how mighty I am. You said I just came in and got throat chopped. I think it's been happening all morning. I gave you your mouth and you use it to worship your problems more than you use it to extol me and my goodness and my grace. and my providence, your problems didn't give you your tongue. Your problems didn't give you your windpipes. Your problems didn't give you your lips to form sound and all of those things, and yet you use them for that more than me. We'll move on. Here we go. Uh-oh. Or do you not know that you have yet to be abused and to be accused unjustly? He said, you acting like you done been abused and used unjustly. He said, you a sinner. A lot of this stuff happened to you because you was a sinner. You ain't been unjustly abused. You ain't been falsely accused. He said, because even if you're not guilty of that, you're guilty of something. He said, and you just gonna move on like you didn't put us in a chokehold. I figure I'll just let you breathe real quick. I don't want to wait for nothing. I felt that. I'm just let that sit there and marinate on your plate right there. That's the hot pot. You know how everybody got their hot pot in front of them and they put on the hot pot what they want to? That's your hot pot. I'm gonna just move on down the line. All right. He said, and have yet to be shut up in prison and condemned unlawfully and crucified without reason and buried as I myself by the evil one. Do you dare to spare the flesh, you for whom the spirit is an encircling wall? If you consider how long the world existed before you and how long it will exist after you, you will find that your life is one single day and your sufferings one single hour. For the good will not enter into the world. Scorn death, therefore, and take thought for life. Remember my cross and my death, and you will live. So all these folks that said God didn't want them to suffer so that they could go to heaven as to why they thought they was about to jump on that boat called the rapture on the 22nd or the 23rd or the 24th. Do you think they want to suffer for Christ? Do you? Flesh sometimes used to describe the whole physical body as opposed to the spirit or mind. Come on, Kayla, over here shaking my head because this is the type of day we're going to have today. I have the power. Yes. Yes. Yeah. Say hi, Tara. It's been a while. Oh, you bust all their heads open to the white meat. Good job, girl. You said what? Indeed. Gotta give her props when she do what she do around here. All right, come on. Here we go. But I answered and said to him, Lord, do not mention to us the cross and death, for they are far from you. And the Lord answered and said, verily I say unto you, none will be saved unless they believe in my cross. But those who have believed in my cross, theirs is the kingdom of God. Therefore, become seekers of death, like the dead who seek for life. For that which they seek is revealed to them. And what is there to trouble them? As for you, when you examine death, it will teach you election. Verily, I say unto you, none of those who fear death will be saved. For the kingdom belongs to those who put themselves to death. Become better than I and make yourselves like the Son of the Holy Spirit. So you trying to escape by getting on the rapture boat? It's telling God you don't want to suffer for him. It was okay for him to die for you, but oh no, Dad, I'm not Jesus. I'm just going to get into heaven and not have to do all that. God doesn't want me to suffer through the tribulation. He doesn't want me to make a choice to choose him or my flesh. Why would he want me to do that? Oh no. Hello. That's what they all told us when they tried to hurry up and get out of here. I was just talking to my mom about this yesterday. Rika, clank, clank. I didn't know Thor, little sister, escapes. Listen, he said escapees and went on a warpath. Listen, escape, it did. You said, I said, no, we got to go through something. Come on. It was good for him to die. He been saying those that try to save their life gonna lose it. And those that lose their life for Christ's sake gonna say, I don't think most Christians really pick up what that means. They think giving up drinking, giving up smoking, giving up what the church feels is that's not what it's talking about. It's your life source. Hello. This. You're going to have to choose. And I'm not saying giving up those things are not good. They are, if they are a hindrance to you. But you're going to have to give up the same life source Jesus gave up. The folks living in the last 7 years, you're going to have to make a decision. For Christ I live or for Christ I die. In real life. Not figured like metaphorically either. No. Down on your knees. Now. Deny Christ. 5, 4, 3, 2. You. Down on your knees. Deny Christ or die. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. You gonna be ready? You gonna be ready? Okay. You hear me? Hello. 5, 4, 3, 2. Then. Hello. Come on. You said, doesn't Hebrews 9:27 talk about man appointed to die, then judgment? Here we go. You still want to be a fake Christian? You still want to do what the folks is telling you to do? Danny. You said some people get sent to the upper room and they don't get a countdown. Come on. It is coming to this. They want to sell you a fluffy Jesus. I don't really know him. They want to sell you a fluffy God that only want to He already came as a savior. He's coming as a judge this time. And just like the early church had to give their lives, be stoned to death, thrown to the lions, beaten, pulled apart by horses, crucified upside down, boiled in vats of oil, hung and the like. What you thought that changed? It didn't. And if you think they not coming for your babies, look around. They don't care what they use. Come on. Sawed in half. Come on. You said he come indeed too. Went to the free food place yesterday, and what a difference in the amount and quality of food. I believe it. You said, woo, I pray then I'd be found worthy to dwell with him. He died for us. Must be willing to do the same. And these people think they get a meal ticket out of it. I'm trying to tell you. They don't want to suffer for Christ. They think suffering is arguing with the people that don't go to their church. That's why they was all trying to hurry up and get on the boat and get out of here. That's why they was so ready to give up this world, but not their life. Hello. They was ready to give up all the worldly possessions, but they didn't want to lose their life source. You said, like Enoch said, woe to you sinners, but the righteous will be with Dad. Come on. Does that put a different perspective on what it's about to be like? You're going to have to make a decision. And those that suffer the way that he suffered will live the way he lived. They don't even know being truly denied by the world, and they are the ones denying those that God loves. Come on. Tell them again. Okay. Please and thank you. They don't even believe the word. Case in point.
I was preaching a sermon one Sunday, and it was the parable. It was talking about the disciples and Jesus when they were going through a cornfield, and they began to pick the corn, and the Pharisees, the legalistics of the day, they came and they were chastising them. That why are you doing this on the Sabbath? They had this whole discourse and dialogue between the two of them. Jesus was saying, listen, do you not remember that you yourself aren't even worthy? You guys bake unleavened bread on the Sabbath, and you kill the sacrifice, you clean the sacrifice. They have a need, and it's my job and my responsibility to meet their need, and I met their need. I trump the synagogue, I trump the Sabbath. I'm Lord of your life, I'm Lord of everything that is you, I'm Lord of this day. Recognize who you're talking to. But in the course of that whole thing, what I realized is that the dialogue was between the Pharisees, or the religious leaders of the day. It was between the dignitaries and the officials of the church and Jesus. The disciples never uttered a word. He literally started embodying his permanent position in our lives because he stepped in between the law and the people and says, no, I'm grace. And because of me, they don't have to defend themselves to you. I'll do all the talking. My blood will speak through all of eternity. I have justified them. Even in their wrong, I know that they're wrong. I know that they make mistakes. I know that they're not perfect. I know that they do things that are not pleasing. But even in their wrong, my blood will speak on their behalf. And I will somebody should have shouted right there, because he didn't kill you for all the sinful acts that you committed, but he justified you.
Oh, So the church people, the legalists, they've been getting it wrong. Even when Jesus was here. It kept going over their head who he was and what he meant when he said what he said. Guess what? The fact that all them people prepared to not suffer says they still in the same place. You heard what he said. Who was talking to Jesus? The religious leaders at that time. Trying to tell the word about the law that the word wrote. You can't have laws, right, without words. So how dare you, religious leaders, try to tell the word about the law? You can't even have law without the words or the word. Hello? You said, and put it in their book. You can't have laws without written word. Oh, you mean Jesus? So y'all look real crazy. Hello? Trying to tell the word about the law, and you can't have the law without the word. You can't. Hello? That's why I said we ain't doing all that legalistic stuff. Do you want Jesus? He gonna work out your plan of salvation, because that ain't my job. He already worked it out. I just have to give you the words. When I give you the words, he's gonna give you all state laws ain't the same. Some laws that are federal laws don't apply in certain places, even though they're in the middle of a certain area. Because some people are sovereign and they don't have to apply to the federal or the state laws. Hello? They're justified in certain things because those rules and those laws don't apply to them because they're sovereign citizen. Some of us on this earth are sovereign citizens. Baby, what apply to you don't apply to me. See, you going by the church rules. Them rules don't apply to me. I'm a sovereign citizen. Hello, I'm a daughter of the king, the real one, not of y'all organization. Hello, I'm a sovereign citizen up in here. That means the stuff that apply to you don't apply to me because my daddy is a diplomat. Hello. Hello. You don't know I got some folks following me, but I look like I'm out here just free and doing whatever, but it's 2 cars behind me. They gonna make sure you don't do nothing. And it's 2 of them in front of me. They gonna make sure you don't do nothing. Hello. My daddy's a diplomat. And children of diplomats have immunity as well, do they not? Ain't that what it mean? You said flipping my locks and sitting up straight. Oh, okay. Oh, okay. I'm just saying. Because the laws, certain laws that apply to everybody else don't apply to them. My daddy a diplomat, pumpkin. You said, come on, Lakia. They be wanting their church laws and rules. That don't apply to me. My daddy is sovereign. He can do whatever he wants to whenever he feel like it. No, you can keep your church rules because they don't have nothing to do with God. Just like back in the day. They was more worried about keeping the festivals and these laws, baby, and was treating God. He said, whoa. Question of the day. What have I done to escape or bypass the troubles to get to God without enduring for him as he did for us? Come on, Rika. Come on. Come on. Put some respect on my daddy's name. Come on. You hear me? You don't want to suffer. You don't want to go through. God, I'm tired of suffering. You don't think he was. You don't think he was tired of being attacked from a child until now? People trying to take his life. Everybody trying to tell him he wasn't who he was. Like, you don't think he was tired? And remember, he could hear everybody's thoughts around him. You might just get to hear some. So it was nowhere that he went that he didn't hear. Oh my God, why did God make me? Oh my God, why did God let me suffer? Oh my God, why was I born? Oh my God, I'm tired, I'm in pain. Oh my God, I'm sick, I don't want to be here anymore. Oh my God, I hate them. Oh my God, he heard every single thought in every single place that he went, it was real loud. Like Professor X. Mind you, this is God in the flesh. You don't think he was tired? Huh? Of hearing all the horrible, evil, and nasty thoughts every single place that he went to? You don't think he was tired? Even when he laid down, he could hear the sickness, the rattles in the people's body that they didn't even know was there yet. He could hear the blood swishing, come on now, through their veins. He could hear the heart palpitations, the arrhythmias. He could hear all of the electric staticking in the brain. Come on, y'all don't think he was tired? He could see everything that you were thinking and everybody. And he said, I know what y'all thinking. I can see what's in y'all heart. You don't think he was tired of the world? Maybe he was ready to go. Who knows? He could see the cancer cells multiplying. You don't think he got tired of seeing sickness, pain? Okay, just think if what people thought and their spiritual essence was on the outside of their body, and you had to hear every single thought, good or bad, nasty or clean, what would you be like? You said like Superman, but he is the one and only true Superman, this part. He could hear the babies in utero gasping for air. Hello. Hey, Riz. You don't think he was tired? When he said, I can heal you. And they said, he heard their real thoughts. He said, I know he got tired of those repetitive, meaningless sacrifices that the people was giving him without change. Come on. Think about it. What if you had $1 million in your hand and you said, the next person that believes me, I'm going to give it to him. We're just going to say money. And you walk up to somebody and you say, I have $1 million to give you. How many people do you think will believe it? If you don't look like $1 million. Huh? If you're not stepping out in Gucci out of a whatever, a Bentley or whatever, how many people, if I walked up to somebody and say, hey, I would like to give you $1 million, how many people you think would believe it? Right now. He can hear every single thought you, because he offered you eternal life. He offered you healing. He offered you freedom, and immediately you start talking about how it couldn't happen or how long it was going to take. You said, because I used to be one of them. He offered you a way out, and you started to mumble in your mind about how it couldn't happen, how long it was going to take. You asked for a spouse. Okay? You don't believe he can send them? You said, where is that? It's my first thought. That part. What you got for me? You hear me? Well, what he was offering the world was better than $1 million, and no, they didn't believe he could do it. And he walked up to him. He said, you want to be healed in your mind, your body, and your soul? Come on. In real life. He said, you want a better way to live? I got it. And most of the world didn't believe it. Even the people that he walked by when he was a kid. They didn't believe. Some of y'all, when y'all came here, but look what he did. Once you believed, I'll be right back. You change your life. You got something better than $1 million, for sure. Sorry about that, y'all. Blow my nose and go to the bathroom. Ugh. So, I ain't gonna keep y'all. I'll probably get back on later. I figure if I don't do too much early, then we can get back on later, right? But y'all got, you said that class you did on what Jesus went through. I think about it all the time and how he suffered for us. I'm trying to tell you, that'll change your life. You want to keep going out and doing whatever you want to do, give your body, and he gave his body for us. And you want to just keep giving your body to everybody, putting your body through all kind of stuff, and he did all that so you didn't have to feel the pain of your sins. Okay. I said, every time you go back, you put me back up there. Do you really love me? No, because when you love somebody, you don't hurt them. Not purposely. Awesome pleasure. You're welcome, Auntie. I love y'all. Okay? Y'all got some homework to do, though, because you got to figure out, for those of you that missed the beginning of class, I need y'all to go back and get that exercise, okay? And I need you to do it, okay? And throughout this week, you should be able to add other things to that sheet, okay? All right. All right, T. Okay? Because you were God's idea. I love you too, Pumpkin. You were God's idea. You help me keep my goodies to myself even though I don't want to. Listen, help me. Hello. Ugh. Keep your hands out the cookie jar. You hear me? He helping me. He helping a lot of us. He helped a lot of us. Folks got married. They said, okay, I ain't about to keep shacking. He helping a lot of us. You hear me? Yes. He helping a lot of us. A lot of us. More than you know. Thank you so much, Auntie. You hear me? Help my marriage for sure. Come on. Come on. He helping all of us. We all got something. You hear me? Some of us got to go back to the drawing board. They got to we got to be redesigned. It's okay. Thank you so much. I love y'all. I'll see y'all a little bit later. He helped all of us. Because baby Riz was wild. CERCA was too. And still have to be wrangled in sometimes. So I'm a work in progress every day. I love you too, Pumpkin. I love you too. Yeah, y'all got homework to do. You need to figure out what your uses are in this world. Everybody wondering what their purpose is. Well, first of all, you got to understand why he designed you. Thank you for being a willing vessel. You're welcome. God is good. 40 years of marriage in 3 days. Wasn't easy. Come on. Oh, yeah, you done did it. Auntie, dang, that's almost my whole life. That part. But that's a testimony. 40 years you've been married, that's a testimony for real. I look forward to it. You hear me? But with somebody that want to make it worth it. Because if I can honestly admit, I kept myself for a year and then slipped up. But now I'm back on track. And this is the longest I've gone. He working on me every day. Is, baby girl. Ah, come on with it. You said it's on a rewatch. That's where it is, Marie. It's on a rewatch. Yeah, it's probably in the first 30 minutes or so. I can't tell you. But if you go to CERCA TROVA 22, YouTube, go into the live tab. This class is called Out, I think. Just the most recent one. That makes me proud of y'all. That's why I be saying, like, you can see your progress. And that ain't saying you ain't gonna mess up sometime, but you ain't gotta stay there. Definitely will. You said, please pray for my daughter marching for survivors of gun violence today. Her husband was unalive 3 years ago. Yes, will, Auntie. We will. Y'all pray for Auntie Ida's daughter. She's marching today for survivors of gun violence. Her husband was killed 3 years ago. Definitely will. Oh, it's justifying on YouTube? Okay, I'm sorry. It's justifying. I'm sorry. Just go to the most recent video. I don't know. See? Okay. Everybody said they praying, Auntie. Okay, I love y'all. Justifying, look, I couldn't even remember. That's why when y'all, I don't know. I thought, well, you know what? Because it just showed that I was live, and it said the name of the class was out. Ain't that crazy? So, you're welcome. I love y'all. See y'all later.